Hey, everybody out there in Radio Land, that's right. It's that time of the day. You're hanging with Sueham, baby, and you're listening to the Talking with Sueham show. Listen, every single Sunday I come out here, and the purpose of the show is simply to inspire you to live on your dreams, to not give up, to let you know that you have greatness inside of you, and whatever you desire, you can achieve it, baby, as long as you believe it and get out there and put some work into it. You got to put something in it if you plan to win it. So once again, I am glad to be back here, glad to share words of wisdom, glad to impart knowledge, and glad to leave some motivation on your plate so you can get it going come Monday morning. And in the studio with me today, you know, as promised every week, I've got somebody on the line, and she has a great story, a phenomenal story to share with you. Because one of the things I want to impart to the listeners out there is that success is not overnight. You've got to put some work into it. Like I said, it's not something that just comes to you. And you're going to go through struggles. Anybody that is successful will tell you that they've incurred struggles, they've incurred downtimes, they've incurred, just some tumultuous situations. But the key to it, the absolute key to it is they didn't quit. So in order to accomplish your dreams, you've got to get out there, get back up again, and keep on going, baby. But listen, I've been talking long enough. Let me go ahead and tell you who I got in the studio. You guys are going to love it because I'm loving it. And I know, Sue, you say that every week. Every week you say that. You're happy to have who you have. But I really, really, really am happy to have with me today Miss Terri Clay. She's living in Atlanta, Georgia. She's an inspirational speaker. She's motivational. She's the author of the book From Fab to Fierce, a book that chronicles her life, how she went from being homeless to being an inspirational speaker, traveling the world, not just here in the United States, but she's also traveling to Jamaica. But I don't want to tell all her story. You know, she's here. She's on the line to tell you her story in hopes that it will inspire you, but also to give you some pointers of how to find your purpose and how to accomplish your dreams. Everybody in Radio Land, y'all join me and welcome Miss Terri Clay. Terri, girl, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? I am fabulous.
I love it. I love it. From fierce to fabulous, right? That's the title of the book.
Well, it's from fabulous to fierce.
My bad.
So actually, I guess I should say I'm fierce.
Oh, yes. Well, it's all right. Hey, I'm glad you cleared that up. So there are no excuses out there now. Y'all know the title of the book. Get out there and go get it. All right.
That's right.
Well, girl, hey, I am so happy that you are here with me. Thank you so much for coming and taking time out of your busy schedule. And I got to tell you, I want to jump right into it. This is only a 30-minute show. We don't have enough time, to really get in there and get everything that we want.
To meet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and push the dessert off to the side. No, matter of fact, we're gonna do like Helen Keller said. She said, life is short, so eat your dessert first. So we're gonna go ahead and delve into the dessert. How about that?
That's right.
Well,
let's eat the dessert first.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a big chunky girl, so I want to eat my dessert first.
I know all about it.
I like your spirit, girl. Well, tell us about your story. You're now an inspirational speaker. You're an author of 2 books. You're very successful. You're an entrepreneur. You're traveling the world. You're doing vision board parties and whatnot. But what people don't know is that there's a story behind that. Before the success, there was much struggle. Kind of walk us through what took place in your life.
Well, what happened was, I guess the original story, it started when I was 14 years old. I had met this guy that my parents had told me not to date. I dated him anyway. Long story short, I ended up getting pregnant, and if we fast forward to when I turned 21 and when me and this guy broke up, and actually what he did was he dumped me for another woman. Wow. And when he did, I had experienced from 14 to 21, I had experienced homelessness twice. I had lived in a spouse abuse center because he was beating me, and I had 4 children. So 21 years old, I had 4 children. And
whoa. Terri, I hate to interrupt you. You said you were 21 years old, and at that time you had 4 children?
Yes, 4 children. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't easy either.
I can imagine.
Right. Yeah, I had 4 children, all under the age of 5 and under. So yeah, so because my children are, they're within 5 years. So within 5 years, I had 4 children. And so, but me being the person, I was going to get off of it. I had to get on welfare, lived in a project. And I thought, let me get off of welfare. And I kind of just picked something. And I decided to become a nurse. And so that journey was just as long. It took me 10 years to become a nurse. I was, we had lived with no electricity, water, it was a mess. But because I didn't give up and I kept quitting, I ended up keep on failing nursing school over and over and over. And then all of that, eventually I graduated. And so when I graduated, within 3 months, I hated my job. So people were like, what? Why did you go through all of that and then hate your job? And I didn't really realize that we were made for purpose. And I'm sure you have all heard the book, The Purpose-Driven Life.
Yes, yes.
And I had read that book, and then it dawned on me why I hated my job. I was like, oh, we were made for purpose. And because we were made for purpose, I'm not really doing my purpose, and that's why I hate my job. And so I kind of prayed for God to give me my answer what my purpose was. And he really didn't say anything. He didn't say nothing. And so because he didn't say anything, I kind of just kept working as a nurse. So I kept working as a nurse, and eventually, 3 years later, I said, oh. So people were wondering why I didn't realize that I went through all of that trouble, and I still didn't realize that I was going to hate my job. And so, like I said, I just really didn't realize what my purpose was. And so I just prayed to God and asked him what my purpose was. And it was some years, 3 years later, and I heard T.D. Jakes, and he said, if you look along the course of your life, you'll see inklings of your purpose. So I was real desperate. And so I just started writing down what I saw. So I knew I could speak well in front of people. I was an encourager. A lot of people, when they talk to me, they say, oh, you really helped me feel better, and you're empowering. And so it just kind of put all these things together, and I realized that I was an inspirational speaker, and I was somebody that just could help other people via my story. And so I knew what I was supposed to do, but I didn't really know how to do it or how to get started, doing it. And so I did start speaking a little bit, and I ended up moving to Atlanta, and because I knew God had told me to go ahead and move to Atlanta, Right. And when I did take that move to Atlanta, I didn't work on my purpose. I was really working as as a nurse, because I was like, well, I'll start working on my purpose when I get money. And when I did that, I'm telling you, it was like I just put a curse over my whole life. And so, the story of Jonah and the whale, when God told him to do something and he didn't do it, he got swallowed by the fish. And so that's kind of what happened with me. I just got nothing worked. I mean, I applied for jobs, and as a nurse, I worked like PRN, and the PRN job is meaning that they may call you in one day, one job may call you, and another one may call you in. So I had 5 jobs at one time, and I said I had lost about 3 or 4 jobs.
5 jobs?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to get 5.
At the same time?
At the same time. But I might just work one day, and I might not work one at all. They were like call-in jobs, where they call you in.
Okay.
And so I said, I know what, I'm going to have 5 jobs, and I shouldn't have any problems, keeping a job. I lost every last job. Wow. I said, this is crazy. I don't know what's going on. And so then I started realizing, just like a light bulb just went off, like bing, and I realized that I had not been working on my purpose, that God didn't tell me to come to Atlanta and become a nurse. What he told me to do was work on my purpose and do what he told me to do.
Right.
And so during that journey of when I lost the 10 jobs, I kind of just went out there and stepped out on faith. I asked God, is this what you want me to do? And when he said yes, I really stopped working my job as a nurse. And when all of that happened, I mean, really, hell really broke loose. I mean, it just was like I lost my car, I lost my place, I was homeless, I was working at a Starbucks all the time trying to build my business. And I thought because God had told me to do something that I was doing what he said, that it was going to just go smooth sailing, and that was nothing of the case. I mean, it was rough. But the thing is, what I have learned is because I had this journey, this traumatic journey, you know how many lives have been changed because other people are going through stuff. It's other people that are going through the same thing that I've been through, if not one of the things I've been through, 2 or 3 of the things that I've been through, and because they look at me and they say, oh, well, she did it, she made it through it, so can I. And
That's right.
Sometimes God allows you to go through these storms, and those storms are going to help get you to the next level. And so a lot of time, one time I wrote this book. It was called From Fab to Fierce, and this was kind of through my journey. And what I did was I used to wear long weave and hair and wigs and all this stuff. And I prayed about branding my look.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, God, I don't really know what kind of look I should have, but just tell me what look to have. And nothing happened right away. And then later on, my daughter was telling me that my hair was getting really damaged from the wig.
Right.
And so my hair, it was pretty long, but it was real damaged. And so I told them, I said, oh, just cut it off. And my intention was for them to cut my hair off and for me to put the wigs back on it. And so he cut I said, well, they said, well, how you want to cut? And I said, oh, just cut like my brothers. And I pointed at him. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, just cut it off. And and I'm thinking, oh, well, I'll put the wig back on it.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Well,
that's how we do.
Right. I was like, it's no thing. Just cut it off,
Oh, my.
And so when I cut the hair off and I tried to put my wig back on the short hair, it just did not feel right. It was real loose, and it wasn't as comfortable. And so I was like, oh, no, I can't wear this wig anymore then. So I went home and said, oh, let me jazz it up a little bit. So I went home and dyed it platinum.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh, you know what? This is a branded look,
That's right.
And so voila, there's my look, So I didn't even know I was doing it. It just kind of, it just happened. And when I looked in the mirror, I said, oh, this is fierce. And that is where the dream of my book came from. It was like, the music started playing like, oh, and,
you know what?
And it was like, oh.
You said the music starts playing. You sound like
right.
you do like me, like you in the mirror and you up there fantasizing and watching stuff just play out, like.
Right. Yeah. So,
imagination.
Yeah, right. So it was just like it's a light bulb went off, and so that's how I came up with the book From Fab to Fierce.
Mm-hmm.
And so Fierce is really an acronym, even though Fierce on my book cover is me, with the blonde look at me with the long hair, just to see how I went from Fab to Fierce.
Mm-hmm.
But really, Fierce is what you are on the inside.
Oh,
and
man.
a lot of times we think we're fabulous and we're outstanding, we're all that in a bag of chips, and really, we still have changes to make, and that's why our dreams are not coming to life, because we haven't made these steps. And so, Fierce.
Come on, somebody.
I'm just going to go through what Fierce is. Fierce is an acronym. It's FIERCE, and it stands for fearless, intentional, electrifying, right now, conqueror, and endure. And I don't know how long we got in time, so I'll just kind of go over it real quick. So F would stand for fearless.
Terri, before you get into it, we got to pay the bills. But I'm telling you, I'm excited for you to break down what fierce means. But listeners, I know you're excited too, but just hang on in there. Right. We got to take a commercial break.
When you need to look your best, look no further than Kim's Creations, located in King Street. Kim's Creations has the best in gold-filled jewelry for both adults and children. The latest basketball wives hoops, fashion jewelry, and so much more. Contact Kim today at 843-372-5851 to receive 10% off your jewelry show by booking your jewelry party today. Let Kim's Creations add a little flavor to your fashion. Contact them now at 843-372-5851.
Each year, thousands of people lose their right to compensation because they fail to seek legal advice first. Don't let this happen to you. Call the law office of Caesar E. McKnight at 843-374-4529 or visit online at www.caesarmcknight.com. The law office of Caesar E. McKnight practices in personal injury, car wrecks, criminal defense, drug-related crimes, and much more. For a free consultation of your legal options and rights under the law, contact Attorney McKnight at 843-374-4529.
Kendra Smith, your 2012 South Carolina Gospel Artist of the Year, is available for booking. That's right, Kendra Smith, the anointed voice, is ready to bless your conference, church, youth event, family reunions, concerts, weddings, and much more. For booking information or how you can contact the Gospel Artist of the Year, Kendra Smith, visit them online at www.kendrasmith.org or call Lachelle Crump at 919-444-3483. Don't delay. Go ahead and book the 2012 South Carolina Gospel Artist of the Year, Kendra Smith, right away.
You are listening to the Talking with Sueham show, and I have the electrifying, inspirational speaker, Miss Terri Clay. Girl.
All right.
Whew. And right before the break, Terri was telling us what fierce means. She was breaking down the acronym. If you can, Terri, go ahead and finish that up for us.
Okay. All right. So the book is From Fab to Fierce. And
Terri,
so
why do I keep messing that up? I'm so sorry. It's
really, there are two positive names, so it's kind of hard to figure out which one is which. And what happens is sometimes we think we are fabulous. We're fine. There's nothing wrong with us.
Hey,
so if you see my picture of me with the hair, with the long hair, there was nothing wrong with me before.
Mm-hmm.
I looked good before, but my dreams weren't coming to life. And sometimes to really push things to the next level, you got to become fierce.
Yes,
and so you're just probably confusing it because it's two positive names.
Well, you know what? Thank you for trying to make me look good and clear it up. But you know, clearly I just messed it up. But I can admit that in Jesus' name. Amen.
Right.
Go ahead, girl. Break down, why'd you use the term fierce, and break it down and tell us what each letter of the word, what that means to you.
So the F in fierce goes for fearless. So one of the things that I realized, and it breaks down big time in my book, all the things that made me afraid, how I really thought I wasn't fearful, but I really was. And so if you want to change and get yourself to the next level, you have to become fearless.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. Just like and everything is the steps I did when I changed my look. So just like when my hair, I went from long hair and wigs to blonde and short, I was fearless. I mean, you have to be fearless to do that. You're
right about that.
You can't be afraid to just go and put some bleach in your hair and think and just pray that it looks good.
You're right about You're right about that one now. I'm telling you.
Right. I know you know.
Folks, if you don't know, I'm sporting the same kind of do, so I definitely can attest to what my sister is saying this today.
Right. So the I for is intentional.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when I did my hair color, it was a branded look, so it was intentional. So sometimes to make your dreams get it to the next level, you have to live with intention, with a thought in mind. What am I going to do? What are the things that I'm going to do? That's broken down in you within that book, From Fab to Fierce.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing is electrifying. E is electrifying. So another word for electrifying is like a dramatic change. I went from, like I said, long hair to short and blonde. People at church were introducing themselves to me. That's how dramatic the look was. People didn't know who I was, and I was like, I'm Terri, you know me? And they, they finally figured it out. They were like, oh. So sometimes when you have to realize that the things you're doing is just not working. Even though they might be the right things, they're not working. So you have to do a dramatic or electrifying change, and those things are going to help push you to the next level.
What up?
The R in fierce is right now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't wait. On the game Monopoly, you don't wait till you get to pass go to collect the $200. You just go and do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go and try to go, let me make sure this is right, and let me do this is right. Let me make sure I get the money in. No, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it happen. Take 1 or 2 steps towards your goal. Now, you might not be able to do everything, but you can do something right now.
That's right.
To get your dreams to life. So the next thing, you have to be a conqueror. I mean, sometimes these things are going to happen that it's just not going to work, and you have to conquer it anyway. Just keep on pushing. You have to conquer it, and that's another thing. To push your dreams to the next level, you have to be a conqueror. The last one is NDE, and you have to be an enduring person, meaning that I don't think I told you all this. I think I did. I lived on the floor, an abandoned building. And not only did I live on an abandoned building, I also lived in a frame of a house. And when I lived there, I had to get up, go and work I used to work my business out of Starbucks, you know,
Wow.
just use their facilities, and then go back home at late at night, you know, just to sleep on the floor. And so, but what if I had given up right at that moment?
Mm-hmm.
What if I had stopped and not endured the hardship? And, you know, I talk to people, and guess what they would say? They would say stuff like, it couldn't be me, I wouldn't do it. And guess what? You're not going to be successful then. If you can't do it, then you're not going to be successful.
Boy,
So you
look
have
at
to endure the hardships that's going to go through. So fierce, again, is fearless, intentional, electrifying, right now, conqueror, and endure. And if you accomplish those things, and those, like I said, those steps are in my book. You can break it. You'll be able to read it. It's only like 70 pages at most.
Mm-hmm.
And the book is also From Fab to Fierce on Amazon. All you got to do is click on Amazon From Fab to Fierce, and you will see that book. So
well, I got to tell you, sister, you are definitely from fab to fierce, because, I'm sitting in this chair and I'm jumping up and down, even though I'm not even moving. But the thing, when you hit it on the head, when you said that you've got to endure, and people looking at you like, oh, couldn't be me, I wouldn't do it. And you know, precisely, that's why you are where you are and they are where they are, you know,
right,
and
exactly.
I tell people all the time, I said, success is not overnight. You know, and success
No.
is not guaranteed unless you're willing to put the work in it. Okay,
Right.
you've got to endure. I really love the breakdown of the acronym from FIERCE. Once again, you got to tell people how to go get this book so that they can make the beautiful transformation that you have made.
The book is on Amazon, and if you just put in From Fab to Fierce, you can get the book. It's on Kindle, and it's also on ebook. So the book is on back order as well, where you can get the printed version. But for right now, it's just on ebook and on the Kindle version. And also, you can connect with me on my website. It's www.Terri, and that's Terri is Terri, L as in Larry, Louise, that's my middle name, Clay, and that's Clay. And if you contact with me, the first page of my website is getting rebuilt, so just excuse the mess, but I kept it up because it had been up, and when GoDaddy did this breakdown, it kind of lost my first page. But if you just check out the website, and you can see, you know, all the things we're doing. But the book From Fab to Fierce, again, is on Amazon. So
y'all heard it. Make sure you go and get that book From Fab to Fierce. It's on Amazon. And also check out my girl's website, Terri, Terri Clay, Clay. So TerriLClay.com, and connect with her. And Terri, you're also an inspirational speaker. Can they connect with you on your website to book you for events?
Yes, definitely. And, you know, let me tell you some of the things that I'm doing. I'm doing a vision board party tour. The Bible says to write the vision and make it plain. And so what I found is that vision board is a tool that a lot of people can do and use, especially at the beginning of the year when they're making these New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
And so what I did was last year, this 2012, we did 3 cities. We did Mobile, Alabama, Louisville, Kentucky, and Atlanta, Georgia. And we went to 3 cities, and we sold out in all 3 events.
Wow.
And we just have fun, like the girls' night out, just a lot of ladies hanging out, making vision boards. It has entertainment. So, and we also, you know, and this year we're doing 8 cities.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of my visions. On my vision board, I put that I wanted to travel the world putting on events. And voila, you know, within a year, I have done that. And this year I'm doing 8 cities. So the cities are, the downplay of the cities are, we'll be in Washington, D.C., we'll be in Atlanta, Georgia, Louisville, Kentucky, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, we'll be in Chicago, Houston, and New York City. And the last one, and this is the one a lot of people want to come on, but we got limited spaces, we are going to Runway Bay, Jamaica. And so we rented this big mansion, and and that's on my website, and it's under the link that says Travel with Terri. But we're going to Runway Bay, Jamaica, and stay in this mansion, have maid service, a pool. Oh, it's just nice. And so I would love for you to do my grand finale in Jamaica with me for the Vision Board Party Tour.
That's all right. Well, Terri, before I let you go, you have to answer this one question that I ask all of my guests, and that is, what does success mean to you?
You know, success means to me is to really live it on purpose, for one. You got to live and be the person that God created you to be. There are so many people that are willing to just take whatever they say society tells them to be. And they take that and then they're miserable for the rest of their lives. And that's what I could have done was continue to stay being a nurse because that's what the world says. Nursing is a good job, which I didn't. And even though it was a hardship for me to live my purpose, I'm happier. I'm much happier. I'm the person. I'm fit. And so success to me means you fit, and you are the person that God created you to be. And your gift will make room for you. So
come on, somebody.
Do what you made to be. Your gift is going to make room for you. So you're fine. You'll be fine.
Folks, you have heard it from Terri Clay, inspirational speaker, author, woman who is definitely driven by a purpose and who is living her purpose. Please connect with her. Get the book From Fab to Fierce. I got it right, Terri. Get the book.
Yes.
From Fab to Fierce off Amazon.com. Connect with Terri. Hire her. Be a part of her vision parties. You can go to her website at Terri, TerriL Clay, CLAY.com, and connect with her. Terri, thank you so much. I wish I had more than 30 minutes, girl, because I could talk to you all day. I just think it's such an inspiration, you know, for someone to pursue nursing and fail again at it and continue to pursue it and then succeed with passing the test, only to find out I don't like it. And then to go and live and be homeless twice, to finally now walking in your purpose and being happier than you've ever been.
Amen.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this with our listeners. And we got to get you back on the show, okay?
All right, sure. No problem.
All right. Well, listen, everybody, if you're just tuning in, you have been listening to the Talking with Sueham show, and we will be right back after these commercial breaks with the Sueham Tip of the Week.
Each year, thousands of people lose their right to compensation because they fail to seek legal advice first. Don't let this happen to you. Call the law office of Caesar E. McKnight at 843-374-4529 or visit online at www.caesarmcknight.com. The law office of Caesar E. McKnight practices in personal injury, car wrecks, criminal defense, drug-related crimes, and much more. For a free consultation of your legal options and rights under the law, contact Attorney McKnight at 843-374-4529.
I'm glad you guys are still with me. You're listening to the Talking with Sueham show, and I am your host, Sueham, baby. And it is now time for the Sueham Tip of the Week. My tip this week, everyone, is in order to have something you've never had, you must do something you've never done. Take a chance. Take a chance. You have to venture into the unknown in order for it to be discovered. Try something new. Jump out of your comfort zone. Do not become complacent. Do not stunt your growth. Learn and do something new. Be spontaneous. Set goals. Break records. Achieve greatness. You can do it because you will do it. Make the choice today to do something creative, something new, something spontaneous. Live in the moment. Breathe and take it in. In order to have something you've never had, you must do something you've never done. Take a chance. Again, I want to thank you guys for always listening to me every Sunday at 5:30. And I don't take it lightly. I take this as an honor. And I just want to impress upon you that you are here for a purpose. And please know that in order to live the best life that you can live, you need to walk in that purpose. And I encourage you to go out and get Terri Clay's book, From Fab to Fierce. It is really, really, really a great read. And also pick up my book, Don't Quit, Follow Your Dreams. That's right. Pick up Sueham's book, Don't Quit, Follow Your Dreams, at my website at sueham.com. So we're out of time now, but until next time, remember to live, learn, love, and laugh. Thanks, everybody, for listening to the Talking with Sueham show. I hope you join us again next week. And please make sure you go to my website at sueham.com, SUEHAM.com. Share the show with your friends and family, as well as leave me a question or a comment about today's show. I would love to connect with you, be your motivational speaker, talk to you. Just go to the website, sueham.com. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week, same time, 5:30 p.m. on WPDT 105.1. It's that time of the day.